Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play ELEX. One thing before we start this, this is a take two. Yeah, problems have started occurring sooner than I had hoped. So I lost almost an hour worth of recording because my recording software just didn't start recording. I did make a test recording before and that worked fine, and then when I actually started the episode for real, for whatever reason, the recording did not start. So what I'm doing now is I'm recording this in windowed mode, which is 1600 by 900 windows, so I can always monitor whether the recording is going and my recording timer. So that's nice. Of course, it has the drawback of not being full screen, so it's less immersive for me. And it's also not going to be in 1080p on YouTube if the first episode was. I never see 1080p videos on YouTube for whatever reason, but yeah, actually, let me know if you got that option for the first episode. It shouldn't for this one, unless it scales it up. I'm not sure. So I'm recording this in 900p for what it's worth, because that's the highest resolution under that 1080p that it lets me select. So anyway, I'm gonna do this for now for this episode. Maybe I'm gonna figure out something else from here on out. Anyway, just you know, full disclosure, so you know what's going on. I could pretend to still be blind here, but I know what's coming, and ideally I'm knowing what's coming and having maybe acquainted myself with the controls a bit more and how combat works. Things are gonna go a bit more smoothly, but man, there were a couple of moments that I wish we hadn't lost, but it's what it is. So anyway, I guess I started out by looking at these things. Yeah, right. So we have at least three different kinds of healing potions, and probably ultimately also mana potions, and mental energy reserves, I guess, as well. So these heal 40, which is more than enough for now, although we still can't see our actual overall hit points, unfortunately. Then healing potions heal 80, and large healing potions heal 160. So that's, yeah, way more than we need anytime soon. Alright. Other things we picked up. Oh yeah, the hammer I meant to check. That's just junk, not an actual weapon. However, we might actually find a weapon upgrade sometime soon. I don't know, just have such a feeling. Shotgun shells, contact, stolen equipment, that's what we talked to Duras about last time. Should listen out for clues to who it could have been. I mean, Duras also already gave us a clue. Right, I also wanted to look at the map. No, okay, one thing. Oh wow, map is moving slowly. Well, I guess it's okay. So what I did, I don't know, I guess I'm just going to try and retrace my steps for the most part.
Are you ready to go on?
I guess originally, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, okay, so this is something I figured out. So he was just waiting there for me, and as soon as I approach, he just runs off. I was under the impression that he would be always trying to be a little bit ahead, but ultimately stop and wait for me, but he's really just waiting at certain points, I guess, and then run off to the next stopping point. Yeah, he's not even visible at this point, but he should have stopped somewhere. Now, we did pick up this rusty axe, so let's put that on. Rusty axe is, yeah, that's a 2-point increase on damage, but I mean, an increase is an increase. We put that to replace our iron bar. It has the same requirements, it's just a tiny little bit better, and it is an actual weapon instead of just an improvised piece of metal junk. So that's nice. Yeah, then I started walking off down this road here. Can you not pick this up? Okay. There are a couple of herbs here on the wayside. I was musing whether Duras would actually wait for me forever or eventually lose his patience and run off. But as far as I can tell, he's just gonna wait for you. Right, that's when I saw enemies in the distance. That ugly thing there. Oh, hello. Meadow herbs, please. Yeah, Magellan's dangerous. Duras can help you survive. Huh. I mean, that's kind of ironic because, well, we'll see what happens now. I'm also not healed, I know. Can okay. Well, I had no reaction at all there. And we died. Okay, so that's pretty much what happened the first time around. I don't know if I should try very hard to retrace my steps in every way, like especially these ways. So I did die a couple of times during that lost recording, but you know, figuring things out, getting acquainted with controls and whatnot. So yeah, that thing is that's actually a rock wall, right? I didn't actually pay attention to his name this time around. We're also not healed. But I'm also not sure we even have a chance of fighting that thing. But yeah, after some time it's just going to follow you. And I thought, oh, cool. So we just lure it back to Duras. But, and he was still here at the time. Oh, wait. Where is it? Oh, it started. Oh, no, it's still there. Yeah, but of course, instead of coming to help me, because I guess the thing hadn't technically started attacking me yet, it was only chasing after me. But instead of actually running up and starting to fight it, Duras just turned around and ran away, as he did just now. So yeah, that was nice. So much for Duras will help you survive. I mean, that was kind of ironic in its own way. Well, actually, maybe this thing is not... Oh, it's a spine hound too. It's... And I'm out of everything. Out of... Oh, stamina specifically. Ow! Oh, no! Not good. Nope. Yeah, that's too slow. Okay, never mind. I mean, I can beat this thing. Actually, it's much less powerful than I thought it would be. I can also heal. Let's see what we can eat. I guess I can eat the soup that I only have one of. I wonder if this gets added. 2 healing effects? Oh yeah, just... Oh yeah, okay, cool. So it seems to heal you... It just stacks actually. I thought it would just add the duration and heal you for a longer time. But it certainly looked like it was healing for 2 per second there for the first couple of seconds while the soup lasted. Or while the canned food lasted. So anyway, I think we can beat this thing. If I can... okay. Lock onto it! There we go. Oh yeah, heavy attack is powerful. It is significantly more powerful than light attack, but it is also extremely slow. Seems definitely better to use that as part of the combo instead of to open a combo. Like so? Yeah. Oh nice, achievement unlocked Hunter. I mean, I guess you see that because of the way I'm recording. Raw meat received, nice. Oh, oh. So I wasn't actually able to look around here before because I didn't kill that thing. But I'm also... Yeah, I mean, it wasn't here, it was sometime later, but I actually decided that I was not going to stray too far from the path, which is certainly something I can see myself... Hello. I can see myself doing if I was just playing for myself. I would just wander off into the distance and not worry about any quests and any guidance the game's trying its best to give me. But yeah, for the sake of giving this maybe a little bit more of a structure, I'm probably going to follow Duras for now. Okay, you can swim. That's nice. I didn't actually try that before. Oh. Cultivator's Loaf. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff to be picked up here. I mean, I know I just said that I wasn't going to wander too far off, but this is something I did before, so I want to pick up the same items, at least. There's one of those bird things up there. Also, I figured out how to quick save with keyboard commands, because you can't... actually, oh yeah, there it is. You can quick save with controller by going into the menu, this menu, and then pressing Y, as you can see down by the bottom there. But obviously that's more quick press key presses. Ow, ow. Okay. Attack me, please. Because weirdly enough, when you're guarding, I guess we've seen that in the first episode, technically, enemies more often than not just completely miss you when they try to attack. If they try to attack. Ah, come on. What? Every attack adds to your combo bar. Oh, thanks for teaching me this. With enough combo power, you can perform a special attack with Y. The better you time your attack, the more combo power you get. Oh, okay. Can I? Nope. I certainly could not. Oh. Okay. So I guess you still need stamina to perform that combo attack. But I was out of stamina. Oh, Okay, I mean, it's interesting. Maybe that'll be easier to do once I acquire more stamina. Because I guess that's something you can increase over time. Nope, cultivators loaves. Yes, please. And another one. Yeah, so I took a bit more damage there than I probably should have, but oh well. Metal scraps, small healing potions, iron ore, a troll leaf, some money.
It was
Last
all
message.
a damn lie. They rejected me. They rejected almost everyone. They promised salvation for the world, but it was only ever for the chosen. Kalan, the great light. Kalan, the great lie.
Huh.
You brought us here with hope. Now we die away from all that we loved.
Okay, yeah, that's actually interesting. By the time I found this for the first time, I didn't really have the context, but apparently this Judy must have been or must be, if she's still alive, a cleric, who we are going to learn about in the near future, actually. So I guess I shouldn't really be saying too much here. Now, I looked around here at first, pretty much the same way I did now, and there should be a person back there. There certainly was before, and that person... Oh, there it is. It is. He is. Yeah, that person is aggressive, and is going to kill me very, very quickly. I tried fighting him, but I wasn't dealing any damage. There was like a pixel worth of damage that I dealt, and he two-shot me, so yeah, let's not go that way. I was thinking at first, looking at the map, you know, I was thinking, oh, this is a dead end, a nice little loop, maybe we can just follow this for a while and see if we can find anything nice to start us out. But yeah, that seems very, very much not feasible. Certainly, again, it's something like that I might actually throw myself against a couple of times if I was playing off camera, but, you know, for the sake of this Let's Play, it's just keep things moving. I will... Okay, from now on, I'm going to follow Duras a bit more closely.
Are you ready to go on? Okay. Watch your step. I've never come through this area once without getting attacked.
Okay, 200 free experience, nice. If it's so dangerous... I mean, I guess he comes out here because it's his job, huh?
If it's so dangerous, why do you come out here?
Magalan almost died when the comet hit. A living, breathing planet turned to ash and dust. But the Berserkers are using their magic to bring our world back to life. Just look around you. Edan is the greenest place on Magalan. They need more people. And they offer anyone who comes the same chance to start over. We should move on. One downside of all this plant life is that you can't see the rot boars coming.
Well, that's what we have our radar for, though.
Let's keep going.
All right, then follow me.
Okay. I will. Oh, he's actually waiting now. Yeah, weird. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I wandered off here a little bit. I saw that campfire, that's right. Yep. And this is actually where we fought the... Yeah, this is actually where we fought the bird before. Okay. The scavenger, I guess. I don't remember what they're called in this game, despite fighting a couple of those, but they're very much like scavengers from Gothic. And what were they called in Risen? They had pretty much the same slightly reskinned, retextured creature in Risen as well. Well, anyway. Here we find a mug, another hammer, small mental energy reserve, and finally a cooking fire. So we can fry our meat here. So we just fry everything, turn it into fried meat, which heals 12 health instead of just 1. So that's certainly very worth doing, and also something I decided... Actually, I only decided to do that later in the original timeline, but let's just do that right now, and quick slot that here. It really only makes sense to quick slot things that you have a lot of. And fried meat is certainly something that I will have a certain supply of for the most part. Actually, let's eat one more of these. And these, I guess. Yeah, that adds a nice regeneration effect for as long as they overlap. That's nice that it works that way. Right, then there's something over here. Small healing potion, ELEX it for what it's worth. Unusable first aid kit, so yeah, that's literally unusable, it's just a junk item. Nope. Another healing potion. Healing herb. That will eventually turn into healing potions, I guess, so definitely worth picking up. And we'll keep following Duras.
We should get moving.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm still going to pick up things that are literally just off the wayside.
Are you ready to go on?
Always, man. Just taking in the sights. Yeah, I guess at one point I also commented on the graphical quality. I mean, it's not top-notch in terms of just pure graphical technology, but it certainly looks nice. I mean, it's a pretty game. I definitely appreciate the world design. Looking forward to seeing other areas.
Let's go.
What are the ruins over there?
Remnants of the old world.
Right.
Reminder that the past can be left behind.
I mean, can we find anything useful there? Probably not, because these ruins should have been picked clean over many times over at this point.
Can we find anything useful there?
Maybe. A group of clerics came through this area a few days ago. A scouting party reconnoitering Goliath. Well, that was their plan. Instead, they ran into a group of rot boars. Got chased into those ruins and haven't come out.
So, I mean, that changes things. Obviously, there are some corpses to loot then. Well, presumably. Eaten by rot boars. The only good enemy is dead enemy. Saved you a job. Yeah, I mean, that's depending on how aggressive or how deep that hostility goes between the factions. That might be the most realistic way to look at it. Maybe they're alive, haven't you checked? I mean, I was yeah, I don't know. Contemplating what to pick here, but ultimately I decided that I was most likely going to play this character like I play any character in RPGs, as my typical chaotic good, well, person. So I guess we should be worried about the life of our fellow men, even if they are technically our enemies.
Maybe they're alive. Haven't you checked?
Checked on the enemy? Yes, well, maybe you're right. We're all allies in the fight against the Alps.
Yeah,
but those ruins
right.
are dangerous. The rot boars might still be there. Why haven't you joined a faction?
I mean, because I've only landed here, I don't know, I've only appeared here a few days ago, or actually only a few hours ago maybe in game, so I really haven't had the chance. But yeah, the game really gives you the option to become very angry here for no reason, for very little reason. So I'm definitely not going to go with this one. No interest in factions. I guess I'll go in the same order I did the first time around. So yeah, basically in the past some of these dialogues seem to not allow me to ask all of the questions, but then instead the dialogue just ended, so I'm gonna prioritize here just in case it's an either-or situation. So let's find out a bit more about Duras.
Why did you choose to join the Berserkers and not the clerics?
The clerics follow the god Kalan, who tells them technology will save us all. I don't believe in gods, and I don't think boxes of cables hold all the answers.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I can see myself believing in technology, but really not so much in gods, so I'm not sure the combination of those two really works out, at least not for me. So yeah, clerics might not really be for me. The outlaws?
Maybe I should join the outlaws.
Huh. They might call themselves the kings of the desert, but they're just hanging on to survival like the rest of us. And that survival comes at the cost of anyone around them, even their own kind.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a bit too much of a everyone for themselves kind of mentality. So I suppose, from what I've learned so far, the Berserkers really might be the only viable option here. Even though it might be boring, but, you know, if 90% of players pick the Berserkers to join first, so be it. It's really the only one that seems to make sense for me personally, even if it's boring. Maybe I should join the Elves, yeah. I mean, can you even join the Elves? From what little we learned so far, those very much seem to consider themselves the absolute elite, and to be a very, well, elitist circle that you don't just join, that you don't just decide to join.
Maybe I should join the Alps.
You don't join the Alps. You're born one, or they choose you. That means most people are taken, rejected, and killed horrifically. The survivors are turned into mindless addicts. They might once have been free people like you and me.
Yeah.
But ELEX has turned them all into emotionless killing machines. Go to Zakor if you want, but all that will await you is misery and death.
And, of course, sweet revenge, if all goes according to plan, but I guess we'll worry about that once we're a little bit stronger. So, and now the game, yeah, only gives you the choice between these two, so I guess I have to say that I have no interest in factions, even though it's not necessarily true.
I have no interest in factions. I cannot decide whether to join a faction out here. Let's go on.
Well, we have a choice to make. You're short of equipment.
That's true.
We could see if the clerics have left any in the ruins.
Yeah, or if the clerics are still there and in need of help, right?
You want us to go into the ruins?
That's up to you. But there's a risk to that. So maybe we should just head straight for Goliath. I better warn you that the creatures in there won't take prisoners. It would definitely be safer to bypass them for now. So, what do you think? Shall we risk entering the ruins?
I mean, you do make a good point there. We're really not equipped for this. So instead of throwing our lives away against the creatures, we should just go into the ruins.
Let's go into the ruins.
Screw it.
A brave choice. Opportunities are there to be seized.
Yeah, exactly. You took the hard path. Thank you, game. I mean, I guess we'll see that it turns out not to be that hard. Hopefully we'll see that. Assuming that I've learned something. You've also just leveled up. Open your editor, distribute attribute points, find a teacher, and spend learning points to learn new skills. Right.
Those clerics should
we
be
open the
around here
editor.
somewhere.
Oh yeah, also I guess you learn it here, if you hadn't before. The game does not pause while you're in your editor menu. That is actually quite important. I mean, I guess it makes sense because you can heal out of your menu, right? Or use healing items at least, even though they still take a while to take effect. But yeah, that's definitely a thing to keep in mind. Now, you do get 10 attribute points per level up. That's extremely convenient, or extremely generous, I should say. More than I expected, really. And you get a single learning point, but you have to also find a skill trainer, as it tells you outright. So, okay, you even see the specific cost in ELEX. Yeah, I guess every skill will always cost 1 skill point, or maybe later ranks are going to be more expensive. Strength and dexterity are certain requirements, and it tells you what kind of trainer you have to find. So yeah, it's very convenient in that regard. We also another thing I learned here is that we do have level 1 lockpicking, just from wearing an item that gives that bonus. So unlike other games might handle this, you don't actually have to have unlocked a skill the normal way to benefit from items that give you bonuses. So we should be able to pick level 1 picks just with this item. Right, but right now we can't do anything with this, of course, but we can increase our stats. Now, my reasoning was that if I'm going to join the Berserkers, and it looks like that's really the only viable choice, ultimately, and we have learned that Berserkers also use magic, I will probably eventually at least have some points in intelligence to be able to use magic somewhat efficiently, somewhat effectively. But I also want to primarily focus on melee weapons. I mean, dexterity weapons or range weapons are interesting for sure, but I think for now I want to keep it a bit more basic. So I went with 3 points in strength, also 3 points in constitution, just because, you know, I feel like I die very easily. And then I also want more cunning or I want to have some cunning in case it, just in case it unlocks dialogue options that give me certain bonuses that might be nice to have early on. So the sooner I increase this, the better, I guess. Intelligence might not become useful until some way into the game, so I'm not going to focus too much on that. I might also not put quite as many points into Constitution every single time, Maybe I'm gonna increase it to 15 next level up and put 1 extra point into something. But I think for the time being this looks okay. I don't know if I'm spreading my points too thin here too much, and if I should be focusing more on a single attribute, but well, we'll see how this works out. After all, we are playing only on normal difficulty, not hard, so it should probably be fine. Right, follow Duras into the ruins, that's what we chose. Let's quick save. We're just going to activate the PC UI every single time, at least for a second.
Let's go.
That's weird. Is he gonna stop? No. Oh, yeah. Weird.
Are you ready to go on?
Okay, so there's this rat. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, sometimes Duras just doesn't care if I'm getting attacked by anything. Oh wow, yeah, he's also super strong. But like the Gothic and Risen games, so long as you get any hit in on even a super strong enemy and NPCs finish it off most of the way, you still get credited most of the experience, which is nice.
We should get moving.
Right. Okay, so there is one of those rot boars he was talking about.
Looks like someone
Duras,
this as a camp
could you please? Okay,
now.
good.
Maybe I could use it.
Wow, he's doing so much damage to it. Nice. I even finished it off. 30 XP. Easy peasy. Clumsy rot boar. Metal scrap? Yeah, okay, that's where I wondered, huh? Metal scrap from an enemy? From an animal? So yeah, these things are definitely... They've definitely been altered in some way, and it does look quite painful, so it's understandable that it would be somewhat pissed at any humans that come by. Yeah, it's interesting that Duras is actually waiting now. It's weird. So what happened the first time is that obviously I was killed by this thing, because I just hadn't down the combat controls quite as much, and yeah, things didn't go so smoothly. And then when I reloaded, as soon as I approached Duras, he just sprinted off ahead. He didn't even stop and fight the rot boar or the rat, and just went off into this building and disappeared. So, yeah, that was cool. Also, this is something I only figured out later, but yeah, you just activate this. My first hunch was that we would maybe learn a way to activate these teleporters eventually, but no, it just gives them to you right away. And it turns out that they work like in Fallout, for example, or I guess also Elder Scrolls games, where you just, as soon as you found a location on the map, you can just use your map, as it tells you here, to teleport to that point from anywhere, which is extremely convenient. I mean, completely unrealistic, but super convenient. So yeah, I guess I had also been looking at my map a little bit and trying to figure out where the settlement we were actually headed for might be. My guess is that it's probably going to be this place here. But for now we're apparently looking through these ruins. A small camp is what it's officially called. Okay, so yeah, that went very well. Let's look around outside here before we head into the actual ruins. Some metal scrap, some fried meat. I guess that gives you a hint that you can probably create fried meat with the help of this campfire. Oh, is there something? Oh, sulfur nugget. I'm not sure I picked that up last time. So, oh, crap! Shit! I was not paying attention. I'm out of stamina. Duras, if you could, not run into the ruins. No, don't. Yep, that's what I thought. Oh my god. Yeah, and then you run into the darkness, and there's another rot boar in there, and yeah, okay. That's very reminiscent of what happened the first time around. So that's nice. Yeah, that other rot boar up ahead. Nope. Okay, well, I didn't mean to do this. I guess we have one. No. That's another thing that's one of the few changes that I notice between the old games and this one, is that previously it seemed like the game would prioritize picking up items much more over actually interacting with things, so that you could basically just spam pick up and it would just pick up all the items around this campfire in one of the Gothic or Risen games before it actually started trying to activate the interactive object. I mean, I guess both have their advantages. Sometimes you maybe just don't want to pick up all the crap that's lying around something and just want to start cooking. But other times, yeah, I don't know. Since there is no weight limit or otherwise limitations to your inventory, as far as I'm aware, I never worried too much about picking up too many things. Okay, rod boars. Can you? Okay, so you do have to look at items too. Oh crap! He's right there. Why didn't I see it coming? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, get me there. Nope, get me there. Yeah, so I'm not dealing a ton of damage to this thing, so Dura's not helping. Oh, yeah, that final hit in a combo really deals a ton of damage though, compared to all the previous hits. So it's certainly... I should try to heal? Nice. Well, I mean, I'm still dying, but... Nice. Oh, yep. Dura's just pieces out. And okay, here tells me about the special attack, but I think I was out of stamina, or pressed the wrong button. Oh, okay. I thought I was trying to press the special attack button there, but I might not have. And I also took damage from something. I mean, from the rod boar, obviously, without even realizing. 5 experience for what? Not for this thing, right? I just. Huh. What did I get those 5 extra experience for? Or were they not extra? Huh. Well, either way, we killed the thing. That's nice. I'm a little bit proud of myself. Just a little bit. I mean, I took an insane amount of damage, but I didn't die. Right, and then there is some fighting going on off in the distance, and I decided to take advantage of that. Also, we see that hulking ogre stomping off into the distance there, which is not foreboding at all. And that raptor. Oh. Okay, run spike. So they're form runs. Young Spinehound. They had damaged each other much more severely by the time I joined here the first time around. Especially the Spinehound. Oh, I'm just I'm always pressing the wrong button. Okay. Huh. Oops. Yeah, okay. I mean, part of the problem is that I've just not been using a 360 controller for months, basically. I switched over from my Wii U Pro controller that I've been using for everything for reasons. I might actually switch back, although right now I'm in the process of getting reused to the 360 controller, so maybe I should just stick with it from now on. Okay, it's just a back entrance. Let's go the way that I went initially. We did pick up the sulfur, yes. And suffered for it. Did I activate this thing? Oh, okay, I didn't even... No, never mind, of course I did realize. Yeah, so this is activated. Good. So Duras just ran off into the distance. Oh, maybe I got the 5 experience because he killed the other rod boar inside, I suppose. Oh, anyway, there's the first dead cleric. Oh, spoilers, I guess. Pipe wrench received, elixir times 69, and we have 1 cleric weapon. Apparently, we are supposed to find 5 of those. For some reason, there's another rusty axe. Our eyes adjust just a little bit to the lack of light in here. Okay, I also tried a magnesium torch here for the first time, which is, I mean, it works. Gets the job done. Of course, you cannot attack while you're holding one, but if you do attack, you just drop the torch. Which I think, now that I think about it, that's actually exactly how normal torches worked in Risen and Gothic. Right. You have more stuff here. Is that a backpack that you can... I guess not. More elixir. I will definitely gladly accept more money. Why? Oh, I guess I dropped it because I interacted with the container. That's fair enough. You can pick up things though with your free hand. Ah, right. This is okay. That's a propaganda leaflet that we found, and here I figured out that this is, as I expected, just a replacement cipher for English, as is usually the case with these alien alphabets. So I figured out that on the top left there it says choose your side. Below that it says something about ELEX and something soul, I guess. And then on the other side it's your purity is something power. Yeah, I didn't take the time to really decode all of it. I might do that on my own time, because that's something I enjoy doing, but first of all, it doesn't seem particularly necessary. I mean, it's just some extra lore, I guess. But it's also not something that's really interesting to watch someone do on camera, so yeah. Also, interacting with sleeping bags allows you to wait for a certain amount of time, sleep until a specific time of day, basically. And, yeah. Probably also heal you, potentially. Oh, right. Yeah, then I found this way downstairs and decided not to go there because, looking at the minimap, it seems that Duras went upstairs. Find another pick lock here, and that's about it. Surprisingly, we did not run headlong into another rot boar, so that's nice. Yeah, then we came out into this room, and I think this just connects to where we were before. Oh no, this is just... Oh yeah, of course, we saw this. This is out here. There's another torch. There's the second dead cleric with the second weapon. And some money. Mission report. Gonna take a look at that in a moment. Okay, Endurus is just standing there waiting. Oh, is that some scrap? Yeah, sure is. I think I missed this before. Energy drink. I don't know, so far items in containers seem to be the same, so they might not be randomized. Not entirely sure though. Third weapon, fine cup, ELEX it. We see, yeah, this connects to that ramp we saw before. So, weapon lying around here in a puddle of blood. So, we don't know for sure if this guy is dead. Maybe he was attacked and fell into the river. I mean, that seems to be what happened. But he might have survived that. Or he might not have fallen at all. Although that seems unlikely. Either way, he's not here, but we have his weapon, which is apparently all we need. Hello, Duras.
These ruins look like they were some sort of machine shop in the old world.
You know about the old world?
Only what I've learned on my travels.
Ruins and wreckage. The old world is irrelevant.
Irrelevant? It's where we all came from. The Berserkers want to grow the world back to what it was. The other factions picked through its bones, hoping to find the technology it left us.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's a noble enough goal. Maybe this is what he killed. Runt critter. Then maybe we did get the experience for the... Or maybe there... Wasn't there... Maybe there wasn't another rot boar downstairs. Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't see the corpse, so maybe... Maybe... Yeah, okay, at some point... I did have to try this a couple of times on my first attempt here, so... Maybe one of those times the boar from outside just ran in here and he was fighting it inside of the dark room. And that's what I thought was happening. Or that's why I thought there was another one waiting inside. So yeah, anyway, you can go up here, but it doesn't actually do anything for you as far as I can tell. And can climb up here. Oh yeah, right. Did try this. You can climb up here, which is a little bit precarious. Yeah, that's the one we killed. Well, technically we could probably climb up here. Oh, yeah. Oh, this looks iffy. I mean, we can't climb up all the way here. And we have our jetpack. Oh, okay. Well, that's not great. Oh, God. Oh, right. That's actually... Huh. Yeah, I mean, okay. I was only reminded that we even had a jetpack to begin with. Later on. I had basically forgotten about that because, yeah, well, you just really don't need to use it all that much. unless in specific situations. Radio, turn that off. Yeah, but now that I think about it, you can actually just use that to slow your fall just before you land on the ground. Okay, that was the 5th and final cleric weapon, which gave us some extra experience, I guess. Some elixir, okay. Cleric prayer book. Carton of cigarettes. Oh, right, a recipe for small energy reserve. Right. Seems to be all we can do in here. Right. So, let's look at those documents we found. Shall we? They're actually here. Yes. Cleric prayer book. The wisdom and worship of Kalan. Kalan, you ask our devotion to knowledge, that we preserve technology. We spread your message throughout the land. Convert the non-believers in your great name. Kalan, we will follow your path until the day of salvation, remaining pure in thought until the day we meet. Well, I mean, the preserving technology thing is certainly noble, but combining that with belief in some kind of supernatural being is just not something I can get behind. So yeah, I think the clerics are pretty much ruled out. Mission report. 1605-160. Not entirely sure. I guess 160 is just a year. Maybe the year after the destruction or near destruction of the planet, Magalan. 1605. Departed the horde of Adelan, of Eden. We were tasked with spreading the faith to this land and are to probe enemy defenses and gain a clearer idea of the population here. 2505. Our journey to Eden was difficult and long, but we have passed through the forest border at last. There are creatures here that I haven't seen in Ignodon, and they have made our journey dangerous even before encountering the local population. 27. We came across some forest people, but they did not want to listen to our teachings. They threatened us, and so we withdrew. That must have been their encounter with the Berserkers. My brothers and I held an especially long prayer this evening to increase morale. May Kalan hear our voices. This is a strange land that appears to have a religion of its own, a primal ancient worship of trees. Well, I mean, that's not necessarily bad. And we can look at this. Okay. Can't turn pages, though. So that's all there is. Right, the map piece 03. Which probably will be useful at some later point. Right, so let's head on over. Yeah, I'm still going to... I don't know if I... Yeah, I think I will eventually end up being there. We'll see. If not, I should definitely be able to go up there using my jetpack. Now that I remember that I have it. Okay, yeah, and this is another entrance into this place here. Right, gonna have to do some platforming, which is a little bit terrifying, but actually not so bad. Oh, I say as I save myself from dying. Nice. Should I just run back up? I mean, I guess I could. Where am I even? What is this? You cannot really crawl. You can... Yeah, that's another thing I learned. So, you can, when you press L3 while not moving, you enter stealth mode, which is good to know. But if you press it while moving, you sprint. Question still remains as to... Oh, okay. Let's just leave. Just leads back up here. Didn't alert any enemies. Okay, cool. So, as I was just going to say, platforming is not actually as terrifying as it seems. And then I fell. Oh, wow! Twice in a row, and this time I didn't press X again on accident. Well. Okay then. Maybe it's not as easy as I first thought. I did this all first try on my lost attempt, so there's that. Maybe I'm just not waiting long enough until I... Yeah, that almost feels like cheating. You just tap the X button before you land and you're fine to drop down any distance. I guess that completely negates any fall damage. I mean, it's nice, but it's also, you know, a little bit too cheap. So let's... Maybe I jumped from here. Oh god. Can I... Or I can just do this. I guess I don't even have to jump normally at all. I can just fly everywhere. That's a bit lame. Yeah, I mean, climbing up is easy enough because your character just magnetizes onto ledges like that. Except when he doesn't. Okay, and here he actually jumped though. Yeah, well, whatever. That's where the game actually reminded me that I had a jetpack the first time around. Yeah, and this is also where I figured that I should probably be able to reach the roof of that other building. No problem. Anyway, okay, so we have a couple of things here. A fine cup, 4 Wordsworth, magnesium torch, mana potion, some more ELEX, cigarettes, 4 houses, part 2. What's that again? Oh,
hanging there.
200 experience. Withered picture number 2. Level up. Yeah, no idea what that is, but apparently I was supposed to find that. I mean, eventually. And this is a lock chest that requires lockpicking too.
I'm not good enough for that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And this is where I stopped. Where I paused recording to take a note about this chest and found out that I had not been recording at all. So, yeah. And it turns out that it took me almost as long to get here because I guess what little time I might have gained through by virtue of not failing quite so much, I almost made up for it by talking more and explaining things that I did the first time around. So, whatever. Yeah, I'm still gonna pause recording here and take a note about that though. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna start a list with things to return for now because I have a feeling like we're gonna run into that kind of situation more than once. Let's also save the game. Oh, right, I also want to look at this document. This item cannot be sold. Okay, mission item, apparently. This slip of paper contains one of the clues to decrypting a code. The White House has been there only one summer. Okay. Well, let's not worry about that too much for now. Weathered picture. Oh, right, we got both of these. A reference to a specific location. That is not this ruin, I think. No, that must be somewhere else. Okay, something on the roof of a smaller building next to a big cubic building. Yeah, that's certainly not this place. Or anywhere I can see from here. That would be a little bit too easy, huh? I wonder if that's actually the Berserker encampment, and not what I was thinking at all. I don't think I really took the time to look around here last time around. Wow, why is the map scrolling so slowly? Okay, this is much better. Yeah, it's also super choppy. I don't know why. We're looking in the direction of that fort, right? So is this the palisade? No, that certainly doesn't look like it. Looks more like some bigger concrete structure. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll learn soon enough. What I did want to try was... Yeah, wow. You can actually fly very, very high up. Wow, quiver. 10 arrows, okay. Wow. Okay. Wow, this feels a little bit overpowered, honestly. Being able to fly very high up or very long distances and all that for a powerful healing plan. I mean, I guess it's probably pretty good. I was hoping for something more immediately useful, like another weapon or something. But oh well. Right, and I didn't even look around here before. But I did come here before. In my lost recording. Some arrows. Mana. An item just called mana. Yeah, I don't think I ever looked at that. Right. Yeah, the first time around I just climbed up this ladder and I found out that... Oh, shotgun shells, right? Don't want to miss those. Yeah, we found out, or I found out that you can climb up and down ladders, but it's super slow. And you cannot sprint up ladders or anything. What I also learned is that pressing the jump button makes you immediately drop. And of course I didn't have the reaction to, you know, actually do this and ended up taking a bunch of damage. So, good thing that didn't happen now. I guess while we're here, might as well fry some meat. I did quick slot that, did I? Yes. So I guess I can eat one of them. I could also take the faster way. So yeah, basically at this point I have completely caught up with my previous video. So from here on out it's actually going to be blind, for what it's worth. Right, I did find those. But let's chat a little bit more first, just in case this option is lost.
Do you often find clerics in Edan?
All the factions come here. For intel, for resources. We all take from each other. At least it's just raids from the clerics for now. There have been
raids.
wars in the past. And it does seem like there are some clerics who want to repeat those mistakes and take us back into open warfare.
Yeah, I mean that sucks. I certainly don't approve of that. Here, I found these.
Here, I found these.
ELEX technology. It's forbidden to berserkers. Officially, you're supposed to hand it in when you arrive in Goliath. But that'll be your choice. Just don't go flashing those weapons around when we get back, okay? Some berserkers are really strict about the laws. Others are more lenient. You see, we leave the Albs and clerics to rely on machines. In Edan, we use magic.
Okay. I mean, I would like to use some technology if it's useful to me. Yeah, I guess all the factions have their own drawbacks. The Berserkers being very suspicious of technology is certainly one of them, but I guess I can still identify with them the most so far. I guess we'll probably get an opportunity to get to know the other factions a bit more closely before we are expected to make our final decision.
Let's go on to Goliath.
Right. Follow me.
You say there were Albs in this area. How long ago was that?
The raider crashed a week ago. It's been quiet since then.
A week ago.
Well, apart from the scouting party on the edge of the forest. It feels like something serious is brewing up there in Zakor. And that's bad news for us all. Are you ready to go on?
Well, actually, since he's giving me an opportunity to look around again, nope, that's not the button. I did level up again, and completely forgot to distribute more points. So I think I definitely want more strength, a bit more health. I mean, dexterity is really, yeah, it does unlock more abilities, but probably mostly things that are actually. Yeah, let's apply the changes for now. I think that should be fine. Lockpicking takes... Well, okay, level 1. Oh, wait. No, never mind. We do have 2 skill points, okay. And we do have the money for it, too. Huh? Hold on. Oh. Oh. Thanks, man. Okay, so... That's nice. I actually do get all the experience for... That my allies... for enemies my allies kill. That's good to know. Not a huge fan of time passing while I'm in the menu like this, but oh well. Lockpicking. So that requires... Level 1 requires only 15 dexterity. And if I'm never getting rid of my necklace that increases lockpicking, I will definitely not have to raise that above level 2 ever. So it looks like I'm probably going to end up needing or wanting some dexterity. And intelligence. I mean, I guess that makes sense. We have 4 points left. I mean, I guess I want dexterity to be at 15 eventually. And maybe I want to use my bow just a little bit sometimes. So let's not completely neglect it, but also not focus very much on it. I think this should probably be fine. Iron bars. Oh yeah, so and I never looked at the cleric weapons here. So these are very much weapons I can use. They are still considered a mission item that I cannot sell, but I could use them if I had the stats, which I don't. So 50 dexterity is pretty steep. Probably not going to get there, because I'm not going to focus this character on ranged weapons. Strength 35. Cleric laser rifle found at the Berserkers, right. So yeah, also I'm not entirely sure about ammo. Here it says shot modes lists arrow, and actually it shows me secret shots and scatter shots. So those are the 2 other kinds of ammo that I can use, I guess. So those must be just special arrows. Here it says single shot, burst, and full auto. I guess that's always going to be the same kind of ammo, and we just don't have any. I wonder if it's some kind of battery pack, since this is a laser weapon. So yeah, I suppose we just don't have that yet. Old world money. Currency from the old world, popular with collectors of antiques, so can be traded for elexit. Okay, that's good to know. One of them is worth 10 elexit. Oh, surprising. I mean, it is a whole bundle of dollars, I suppose. Or whatever currency was in use here before. Mana, right. What is that? Health plus 20, energy plus 20. 20 second regenerate. Oh, so, okay. That just regenerates both health and energy. Mana, transmuted ELEX. It can be used to create mana potions. With the right training, it gives you the power to cast magic. Oh. Oh? Okay, so I guess I don't want to use this, as it is. Sulfur nugget, ingredient. Huh. I guess in general, things that are in materials I don't want to use as is, or sell. That's what I have junk for. Lots of cigarettes, actually. Oh, because we found several boxes, or at least one box full of cigarettes. Okay. Yeah, I wonder... Actually, I could make a cut here. And we'll probably enter the Berserker settlement next time and find out what that place is all about. Oh, this is not actually something... Wait, what's... How do we get in there? Hold on a sec. This is not... Huh. Oh. Not such a mystery after all. Is there anything to pick up here? No? I guess not. Okay, never mind. Not as exciting as I thought it might be. There is another plant, though. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna make a cut here. There's so many things to get distracted all the time, so getting to the camp is definitely gonna take a bit longer. That's for sure. So I'll just make a cut here. We'll continue next time. For the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.